My name is Tamar. Judah, my father-in-law, brought me to be Er's wife. Because of his wickedness in the sight of God, God put him to death. Judah asked Onan to sleep with me to continue his brother's offspring, which was a duty of the brother-in-law. Onan knew that the offspring would not be his, and so whenever he lay with me, he would waste the semen on the ground so as not to give an offspring to his brother. This was wicked before God, and he also put him to death. Judah, my father-in-law, asked me to stay a widow in my father's house till Shelah, his son, was all grown. Judah feared he would die like his brothers. I, Tamar, went and remained in my father's house. In the course of time, I was told that my father-in-law was going to Timnah to shear sheep. I took off my widow's garments and covered myself with a veil. I wrapped myself up and sat at the entrance of Onan. This was on the road to Timnah. I saw that Shelah was grown up, and I was not given to him for marriage. When Judah saw me, he thought that I was a prostitute because I had covered my face. He turned to me by the roadside and asked to come and sleep with me. He did not know I was his daughter-in-law. I asked for a payment, and he said he would send it later. I asked for a pledge from him. He asked what I wanted, so I asked for his signet, his cord, and his staff, the ones that were in his hand. He lay with me, and I conceived. I went back home, took off my veil, and wore my widowhood clothes. 3 months passed, and my father-in-law was told that I had been immoral and had gotten pregnant. He asked that I be brought out and burnt. As people brought me out, I sent word to my father-in-law saying, I am pregnant by the man who owns these items, a signet, a cord, and a staff. Then I asked him to identify them. He identified them and said that I was more righteous than he was because he did not give me his son Shelah. He did not sleep with me again. When Tamar was due for delivery, there were twins in my womb. And when I was in labor, one put out a hand, and the midwife tied a scarlet thread on his hand to mean he came fast. But as the baby drew his hand back, the brother came out. He was called Perez, meaning breach. The brother with the scarlet thread came out afterwards. His name was Zerah. Years later, when the elders and the people who were at the gates of Bethlehem sat to witness to Boaz, when Boaz was redeeming Ruth, they blessed them, and one of the blessings that they gave to Boaz and Ruth was for their house to be like the house of Perez, whom I, Tamar, bore to Judah. I am also the Tamar that was included in Jesus' genealogy, Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. My name is Tamar, and this is my story.